Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Arsenal show. A lot to discuss, in particular with Arsenal. Declan Rice, last minute winner versus Luton Town. I'm here joined by the Arsenal representative. Gonna talk from the Arsenal podcast representative. TJ is in the building. Big up to everyone in the chat. As always, I know we normally do this show on a Thursday, but because there's midweek games and Arsenal were playing Luton today, it made sense to do the Arsenal United show today, people. But large up all the regulars. Big up my guy TJ as well. Make sure you run up the likes, share, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. TJ, what are you telling me though? You good first and foremost?
I need to go get checked after that show or after that whatever that performance from Arsenal. My ticker skipped a few beats there. I thought that I was gonna have to do the walk of shame through the entirety of the YouTube football community. But my 100 million pound man Declan Rice came through and delivered us from an embarrassing draw at Kenilworth Road. I am fantastic. To all the people, I'm not going to name names. But to all the people who are hitting me up on WhatsApp and Instagram, Liverpool fans, Spurs fans, United fans, City fans, you know who you are. You can hold that. Hold it. Because winning at Kenilworth Road isn't for everybody, Liverpool fans. It isn't. Okay, so
Liverpool fans, I'm with you. As much as I
all I'm
dislike
gonna say,
TJ's team, I'm with that.
people are getting way too big for their britches. Okay, come after me when I lose.
No.
Come after me when I lose. But if I pull out the win, or my team pulls out the win, the message is hold that. I'll be shameless. We had a terrible game today. We were awful defensively. The worst, easily our worst game of the season. Easily. David Rhea, I'm going to have to hold so much corn for David Rhea. I might have to start building a cornfield outside my house. Like, it was embarrassing.
It was
embarrassing, bro. And I'm sure we're going to get into it, but man, I'm going to be shameless, but don't think that I don't realize that our best in the Premier League defense held 3 goals against soon to be relegated Luton Town.
Yeah, they're a championship.
We have a lot of work to do, and a lot of that work I think has to do with overall focus and mentality. But we'll get into that, man. No, and thanks for having me on the show. Let's do it. Big up the chat every single time.
Yeah, of course, man. You're my guy, TJ. So we're gonna do the show. Like I said, whether you won, lost, or draw, the show must go on. Big up to Zane as well for the super chat who says, Rice, baby, best team in Europe. You know what, Zane?
I wouldn't go that far.
Because you beat Luton Town 4-3. Hey, Zane, you know what? Fairs. Another thing, Zane, no, because you drop super chats, which are appreciated, but then you run off when I go to ask you a question. So, Zane, I want to know, are Arsenal winning the league in your opinion? That's what I want to know. You don't have to super chat it. I just need a response, Zane. Just to gauge where your thought process is at. Because when Arsenal fell off last season, you disappeared. And now Arsenal are playing well. You're playing well to an extent on top of the league and getting points your back. But big up for the super chat, Zane. I appreciate it. Let me just big up everyone in the comment section as well. Much appreciated. Warrior J, I see you. Big up to Warrior J. Sheik, good to see you as well. Cass in the chat, Jesters. Eli, he's over the moon as well about it. Hugo, I know you got questions. You were asking me questions when I was running clubs, but I'm not gonna lie, people. I'm locked in. When I'm playing clubs, I'm locked in. And bear in mind, I'm the manager.
He's a mentality monster, people.
Yeah, I'm locked in. So it's no disrespect if I don't get to your comment. I might look to my left and be like, but I'm trying to lock in and make sure everybody's locked in. I appreciate that. That's kind words, man. Said mentality monster. I fucks with that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. But yeah, large up everyone who was tapped in. Big up to Memphis the Pie, who says, Sarcasm City TV, we smash Chelsea 4-0 tomorrow. You know what I respect most about this is that one, that you super chatted, and two, you have Memphis the Pie as your display picture or name when it's nothing to do with Chelsea or Manchester United. But hey, big up for the super chat. And you know what? No, I'm sure I'll get onto that because that is in the title. Manchester United do face Chelsea today, technically now. If you're in the UK time zone, no result in that game will shock me. Because they are the two teams that are the hardest to read. Who knows what you're gonna get? I'm saying we beat Everton 3-0. and then lost, and then went and lost silly games. You know what I'm saying? Like them been 2-0 down to Forest inside 4 minutes. That's just Manchester United for you. I'm saying we beat Everton away 3-0. We're 2-0 down at home to Nottingham Forest inside 4 minutes. We're 1-0 down to Brentford and scored 2 late goals. Chelsea will draw 4-4 with Manchester City and then lose the next game to Newcastle United 4-1. Like they'll have a great game against Arsenal, then get beat by Brentford on their own patch. Like these are two teams that I cannot gauge or cannot read like that. But they're both not very good. But yeah, like I say, you lot get your questions in. Of course, if you super chat, we'll get straight to them as well. Ravi as well, big up. Eli says, to be fair, if Rhea is not shocking today, we win 4-1, possibly more. Thoughts? Over to you, TJ.
Rhea had, well, you can't, Rhea can hold it for the goal number 2 and number 3. I think he should have played it. And I think that the cross on goal number 2 was within his grasp, and he didn't go out and get it, which I think was absolutely shambolic. But the back line has to hold some of it too, Eli. I think Gabriel and Saliba were mediocre today. I thought Kivior was shocking. The only backline individual that can hold his head up high after that match is Ben White.
The cross for the Jesus goal was good.
Yeah, that's only because he got the cross, and the cross was absolutely insane.
It's a good cross.
Great cross. I mean, and it's really good to see that we got a right back. You know, we have 2 right backs that can cross the ball in like that. Unfortunately, it looks like Tomiyasu is going to be out again for a while. Yeah, okay. That was news that I just came across the wire for me. So I'm disappointed because Tomiyasu was playing so well and he was playing well consistently. So hopefully he can come back soon. But yeah, he's out for a few games, it's looking like. So not great. So once again, we're in this predicament to where we're thin on the back line again. So, you know, we're one injury away from wondering who we're going to play at right back, and Party isn't available. So we'll see. Either way. So getting back to the game though. Yeah. To answer your question, Eli, man, it was easily David Raya's worst game for Arsenal. He needs to shape up, and he needs to shape up quick. Otherwise, this goalie controversy is gonna heat back up again. Just when we thought that it was over, you know, Ramsdale's getting that look in his eye, like, oh man, maybe I still have a chance here. Definitely. Like, and there were rumors, and Flawless, I don't know if you saw these rumors. Now he's getting linked to Newcastle.
I did see that because I know De Gea has also been linked to Newcastle because Pope's out for a significant amount of time. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, so like you got that to worry about now. He has his head turned in another direction, and now if Rhea starts putting in these donkey performances, then we're gonna say, hey Ramsdale, guess what? You know, please come back. You know, remember the last 3 months where we were like trying to force you out of the club? Nah, don't worry about it. We were just kidding. Come on back. But no, like it's one of those things we need to shape up quick, and we need to shape up by Saturday, because that was a concerning performance from David Rhea, uninspired, and he looked like he got rattled there at the end. So, you know, and this is a guy coming from a guy who has been David Rhea in. I still am David Rhea in. I will allow him one stinker like that. Unfortunately, it almost cost us against a team that is more than likely to be relegated at the end of the season. So one thing I will say though is you got to big up Luton Town. They came to play today.
They will give you their all. They will put in effort.
Yeah,
and
like,
it goes
and that
to
crowd. That crowd, man.
The crowd are up for it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not going to completely put Luton Town in the mud, but I don't rate them as a football club because they are a championship side. That is what they are. They will go back down and be a championship side, and this is probably going to be their only cup of coffee in the Premier League for a while. I don't think I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't think Everton get relegated. I think they're going to survive the 10-point deduction. They will. So but overall, you gotta give Luton Town their flowers to a point, because they did score the goals. Their set pieces were very, very good, and our defending against those set pieces was very bad. So it is what it is, and our defending in the box too. Jeez, that third goal, man. Like, you allow Ross Barkley, the man with the tan, to freaking score on you like that. David Rhea, Whoa, dude! Like,
Yeah, that was a bad mistake. That's a
That
bad,
was
bad,
so
bad,
bad,
bad, bad
man.
mistake. Yeah.
anyway, yeah, no. So overall, I mean, did we get away with it? Absolutely. My guy, Declan Rice. Let's talk about Declan Rice, guys. Declan
Flow
Rice
goes.
has scored 2 goals for Arsenal, both extra time, injury time winners. Can anybody name a team or
Did you not three? Did you not score Chelsea as well?
did he score against?
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah, I
scored
did
against
score
Chelsea.
against
The long
Chelsea.
shot.
Okay, 2
Yeah,
out
when
of 3. No,
Sanchez.
I completely.
Yeah.
I
But
was trying to put
that
that
still
Chelsea
adds
game out
into
of there.
no. But that still adds into your argument in regards to it's still an important goal because
Yeah,
it was
no,
the 2-1.
absolutely. Yeah, because without that, we don't get a draw.
Mm.
But it's it's one of those things where this guy's turning out to be clutch. He's turning out to be worth every penny of that 100 million, every little cent. And I still think that this guy's is a future Arsenal captain. He's cool, calm, and collected. I can't really think of any game where he played badly this season. And he's just that solid rock we needed at 8. And every single time, yes, mentality monster, Hugo, exactly right. He is, in my opinion, the best number 6 in the league. He is
Look
incredible.
at this
Big
Walla
up my
too,
guy
though.
Troops. What's
Look
up?
at this Walla.
No,
Hey, Troops, did you not just as you tuned in, your fellow Arsenal fan TJ here waxing lyrical about Rice? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
May I remind people, let me
written
just
in the
clarify
stars.
this to clear my name. Because I know on the Back Again podcast, the Troops is gonna ask me about this again. I'm probably getting cooked in the comments. I'll read them shits anyway in regards to this. All I said was, you know what I'm saying? I actually said the last show, you know what I'm saying, on the last show, Rice has surprised me at the level he is at. I've said this. He's performing at a very high level. If you say he's the best midfielder currently in the league on form, I have no issue with that whatsoever. I have no qualms with that. I would not argue anybody down. All I'm mentioning is I'm not giving you world class. You can be in world class form, but I'm not saying you're a world class player or 5 months. I'm sorry. You know what I'm
He's
saying
not.
that's just me.
I'm not saying he's world class either
Yeah, yeah,
yet.
yeah. That's what because
Potential is there, though, my guy.
Troops is convinced he's world class. I need 18 months. We'll see. We were having these, not us per se, but people were talking about this with Martinelli. Now we got 2 goals. That's
Win
all.
me,
But big up Troops.
win me something. Big up Troops every single
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Win
Look at
me
him
something,
laughing.
right?
Yeah, you lad, you laughing it. You know what I'm saying? Say all this there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say all this from a safe distance. That's big, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't beat me up if I see him.
My
But yeah,
guy,
go
my
ahead,
guy.
TJ. But carry on. Yeah, Rice, you were
Yeah,
talking
no,
about.
yeah. I mean, he's the solid option we needed at 6. I mean, could you guys imagine? So all you guys that are out there missing Granit Xhaka, could you imagine how that game would have gone if we had Granit Xhaka in the midfield or in Rice's position?
Get him back,
Come
man,
on.
and send Rice back to West Ham. We don't need you lot with quality. I'm looking at your team and I go,
Yeah.
if you only a couple like players away, I look at yeah, defensively you weren't good today, but I think overall your defense is good. The midfield is where you are lacking alongside a Rice. Odegaard's a good
Yeah.
player, and obviously we've spoken in depth about Ivan Toney or Osherman or quality center forward to add to your
Right.
team.
Exactly. And I mean, and even today, look, Rice played incredibly well. Odegaard played all right. You know, I still think we need a solid left-sided midfield option to bolster that midfield because we all know that Fabio Vieira isn't going to do it. We all know that that's fact. And Havertz, he's playing well. He's played well for 3 games, guys. I'm not getting carried away.
I've seen a lot of people getting carried away.
Yeah. Kai Bergkamp, all this crap. It's starting to come out of the woodwork again. And you know, this happened at Chelsea too, guys. This happened at Chelsea too. So the people that are saying, TJ, you see, you just didn't give him enough time. You didn't give him enough time. I'm like, okay, I gave him 15 games. So give me now 15 games of consistent performances, and then I'll say I rate you. 15 games of consistent performances. I'm not saying he has to score every game. I'm not saying he even has to assist every game. I'm saying consistent performances. And then I will say, you know what, Kai Havertz? I was unfamiliar with your game.
That's fair. You know what I'm saying?
You know, so yeah, no, but you know me, Flawless. I'm not getting on this hype bandwagon around.
Yeah,
Kai
people
Havertz.
are ready with the Kai Havertz.
People are like,
and we see them do this at Chelsea. That's the funniest thing.
Bro.
Like, the guy was shushing the crowd. I know the giving it all this at Chelsea.
No, he's giving it the big one. He's giving it
the
big one to people, you know, and I rated how he did today because he scored and he picked up the ball and he went back to the center. Because we shouldn't have been down to Luton Town.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's one of those things where coming off the bench, I think he's a solid option. I mean, I kind of like what Arteta's doing. moving him and Trossard in and out of that position and see what sticks. I don't think Trossard played really well today, to be honest. But Kai Havertz played a very, very solid game. So, but still, we're still talking about the midfield, Flawless. That's the point. Is that we still need another midfielder.
Yeah,
and
I think that's clear as day. That is a midfield.
And they're talking about the fact that we might sell Party in January. So that's another narrative that we get to talk about. But yeah,
we'll get to that. Oh yeah, because the reports are stating that you'd have to sell players in January to then indeed buy players if that is the case. That's why you said Partey, Ramsdale we've mentioned. But you lot continue to get your questions in. Please keep on Arsenal or Manchester United related. Troops is gas there talking about right and blood clap. He's in the midfield. You know what I'm saying? You need to go into your bed, man. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying, Troops? In your bed. Like, what we doing here? To Mr. Link, who said give Havertz his prop. I think Havertz did. I think TJ said when he started talking about him, he played well the past 3 games, but do it consistent. What's wrong with people wanting consistency? Why is that such a crazy thing? Back to Troops is running jokes with the Rice thing, but I say about Rice. You know what I'm saying? TJ saying it in regards to Havertz. Consistency is what wins you major trophies. If Arsenal were more consistent last season, guess what? They win the league. 110% they win the league. It's about consistency. I'm just praying for my team to get just be a little bit consistent. You know what I'm saying? Just turn a couple of the losses into draws. That's all I'm asking for. Give me 2 or 3 points.
Give me a couple of points from these L's, man. Oh man, and got
look at Lewis.
No. And no, Flawless. This is what I was talking about at the beginning of the show. These people are shameless.
Lewis,
we got the victory.
He is king.
We got the 3 points. We got the 3 points. And we're getting crap from teams that are sitting in 10th. Give me a break.
Big up Jack Murray for the super chat. Appreciate it. He says, big up Flawless and TJ Warren as per usual. Excellent content. For any Arsenal players to become world class, we need to win major silverware. Big up for the super chat. Much appreciated. Glad you enjoy the content. Thank you for the kind words. And in regards for any Arsenal players to become world class, we need to win major silverware. That's the thing with this conversation. All jokes aside, everybody's metrics is different. Because I don't think someone at your club has to win major silverware to become world class. Because I think if Rice continues this the rest of the season and then the next 6 months of the season, then the season after, I'll go, you know what? This is no longer form. This is just the level he's performing at. And I think there's world class talent and world class ability. Then there's being world class. Like I think Chouameni is top quality. He's one of my favorite midfielders. But I need to see him match what he did last season, even though I'm not watching him week in, week out. But yeah, what's your thoughts on this and what Jack said, in particular, the last part?
I think that I agree with that to a point, because you when you talk about world-class players, you say, okay, well, what have they won? You know what I mean? I think I agree with everything that you just said. So like let's take an example. Let's take Harry Kane for an example.
Okay.
Right? So if you have somebody at Spurs that doesn't win anything other than an Audi Cup and a Tiger Cup against a Malaysian pub team, you're not going to necessarily rate the guy. Like Richarlison goes in there and gets man of the match. You're not saying, okay, this guy is world class because he scored 3 goals against a Singaporean Premier League team. You're looking for a guy that consistently performs on the biggest stages. And what you can say is that Harry Kane, over his 5-6 years at Tottenham in that main number 9 position, was consistently scoring, and you can say he was world class. Obviously, he disappeared. He disappeared in that Liverpool game. I'll go ahead and just breeze over that. But you say that Harry Kane is world class because he is consistent. When he is given the chance, 9 out of 10 times he's going to bury it, right? So you're going to say, okay, this guy's world class. Now, and in that realm, I would say that if you are putting on consistent performances that are above or right at like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 performances every game, then yes, you are world class without necessarily having the hardware to back it up. But for Arsenal, when it comes back to Arsenal, I would say, we need to get that silverware through the door, because otherwise, what does it matter? Because can you name, outside of Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil, who are world class players we've had since the Invisibles that didn't go somewhere else to win something? because you're gonna say like, yeah, Van Persie.
Yeah, because Van Persie was one of those. He just never stayed fit enough for you lot. But I think we all
Yeah.
knew the ability
But
was
then he
there.
came
And
to
then once we
you.
see
Then he came to you and turned it on.
yeah, you seen the
Yeah.
ability and go, yeah, you have it. So yeah, Sanchez, Ozil,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. I think
So
Saka,
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say
Saka could get there. I think Saka has the
Saka
potential
could
to
get there. Rice could get there. You know,
Mhm.
if Odegaard could show up in the bigger games, he could get there.
That's
You know what
true.
I mean?
Odegaard
But
one is the
it's
big
one of
games.
those things where I think we're so starved right now. We are starving. We are starving for silverware right now. So that's kind of the mentality for a lot of Arsenal fans. Is just like, stop, don't call anybody world class until we win something, and then I will put you on that pedestal as soon as you deserve it. And I don't count community shields.
Yeah. No. League Cups or FA Cups. But yeah, the Rice thing is going to be interesting. Because if you don't,
but we can't even get those though. Flawless. We can't even get those though.
You got a chance though, because the thing is the league. Wait, you went out in the League Cup to Brentford.
We went out in the League Cup, and then we have Liverpool at home in the FA Cup.
But if you do get past Liverpool, then you're one of the favorites for it anyway. But if you manage to get 100%. Out past Liverpool, then it's just you and City.
Yeah, 100%.
And the City could go out to somebody, and then you would be regarded as the favorite. You're top 3 now, let's say third. So, and you and Liverpool are playing each other. So that is going to be interesting. It is. Big up to Hugo. I see you in the chat as
big up Hugo.
Well, Ryan, big up Warrior J. Also, Jack, again, big up for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. Let's hit the subscribe button now. Before I continue, there's over 60 people in here. Yes. We're only at 35 likes. Let's get up to 50 likes. Like check 1 2 1 2. Like check 1 2 1 2. Let's get up to 60 likes, people. And let's hit the subscribe button. It's rolled to 9,000 subscribers on the channel. My laptop moving slow, so I'm not sure I'm saying how many subs. Make sure you subscribe to TJ's channel, though. That's what we need to do. We need to get TJ's numbers up because he's here every week on the channel. I'm saying helping me and helping the show and providing great content that you lot all enjoy. So the link's in the title, TJ Warren TV. Just click the link, opens up a new tab. Make sure you go subscribe because you're doing great work over there. And we're at 8,828. I'm only asking for 2 more subscribers. Get us to 8,830. And that is, Jesus, that is sharp. So big up to all the new subs. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Let's go.
Let's see what else you lot are saying. Yeah, Christopher Saliba's another one. He's in that bracket. With him, it's just the time. Because I look at him, I go, yeah. You top quality.
I think Chris Ward too. I think he is going to get that world class moniker as soon as he starts starting for France too. Like, what are we doing here? Deschamps needs to start him. But he's an idiot. But here's the thing though, Chris, too, is that lately Saliba has been average. The last 2 games he has not played very well. So hopefully this is just a dip and he can return to form against Villa. I was not impressed with him today or on the weekend.
Yeah, because that's one thing you're very fair is like you're praising, but then when he has a poor game, you'll be like, yeah, I rate Saliba, but he wasn't good today. Like,
dude, I said on my show earlier today, it's just like everybody's calling him a Rolls Royce, and he was more like a Honda Civic today. Like he was not great, man. Not great. Average.
And Eli says here, how do you think Zinni would look in that left central midfield role? And big up troops every time as well. But
big up troops every time. Yeah, no, I would love to see him give it a shot because he's playing up there from the left anyway. So he's already pretty much playing that position, and then they're pushing Havertz up into the box. I would love to see him. I've been saying it since we got him. I would love to see him in that natural position since he plays that for Ukraine. And we can see that he's good at creating from back there. I just think, if we do move him into that position, we need 2 fullbacks. We need to bring in 2 good fullbacks during the window. Because now all of a sudden these injuries start taking on, and we're looking thin at the back.
Tomiyasu's injured and Timber's injured. They're the 2, right? And then Zinchenko would have been moved.
Yeah, then Zinchenko, and then you saw how Kivior did at left.
Yeah, he wasn't the best today.
Shocking. And then you're talking about, who do we have at left back? You're gonna keep Kivior back there and then put Cedric back there if somebody, if Saliba or Gabriel get injured. Like, that is how close we are to, the ghost of Rob Holding at the back. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's looking long, man. The injury bug. We've been pretty lucky compared to other teams, but. Man, we are thin. We are razor thin in certain positions to where it is worrying for sure.
All right, that's fair. And big up to Mo as well. We just got the raid, so big up to Judge Mo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Devil's Advocate himself. But I got nothing but love for Mo. But I love being on this channel, but the way Mo plays devil
If
advocate,
you have an
it's
argument,
brilliant,
he
man.
will play the devil's advocate for you. He gets the trident out, and he'll turn you back
He's
over.
Mr. Devil's Advocate. But big up Mo, man, every single time, man. Shout
Big
out
up
to Mo. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. Switching from Arsenal to Manchester United. Big up Sheik, who says Ten Hag on the media reports. Obviously, if you've been under a rock somewhere and have not seen just the whole
What season of keeping up with the
Carrington,
Carringtons are we on?
this is keeping up at Carrington season 5. This is behind the scenes edition, though. This is what this is. This was extra special that they put out, in the mid-season break. That's what it is. There's in the mid-season, but I don't know what has come out because you speak in your article about one source. That's a joke. I won't reflect on that. And you know what the crazy part is about this? The whole Sancho situation. When people criticize me for me being critical of what he said, and he had to criticize him. He didn't have to lie to the media. This is easily what he could have said when asked about him. Jadon Sancho. Yeah, I won't reflect on Sancho. I'm not here to talk about him and keep it stepping. And then maybe all of this don't happen. So for those that don't know, reports came out now a couple days ago stating that he had lost 50% of the dressing room, which is a great headline, by the way, because reported leaks, as always, with Manchester United reports, and I put reports in quotation marks. It's all rumors, people. Nothing's factual about the players complaining about being trained too hard, having to run too much, etc., all types of foolishness. And then that was and it was reliable sources. So you had Sky Cover over here, who's Sky Sports News in the UK. You had Samuel Luckhurst, who's normally fairly reliable with these things, and a couple others. And then what Manchester United have done is ban them. I don't know if it's chat, let me know. I don't know if they've been banned permanently, but I know they was banned from the press conference today. Well, yesterday, technically, because United are saying it's untrue. So, yeah, no surprise in regards to it. And obviously, Sheik says, and when you play one bad performance, you can't say that the culture is not good. Ten Hag just tweeted by Fabrizio. And this is crazy. Like, thinking it's just one bad performance. Well, you know how he's looking at it. Results. He's looking at it and going, "Oh, it's just one bad result." Like
yeah,
it's awful. Well, awful people. Like, just to clarify, to Memphis Depay, big up for the super chat. Appreciate it. He says, "Flawless, are you Ten Hag out? I am get everybody out. That's where I'm at. So I'm not just Ten Hag out. I am get everybody out from top to bottom, from the very top." From the owners, the Glazers, the majority shareholders, the hierarchy across all levels, the manager, the coaching staff, the players, all the way down to just the staff at the football club. Even the chefs can't even get shit right. Fire the chefs. You know what I'm saying?
Uncooked chicken.
Uncooked chicken. And you know that the crazy part is, they're paid great money, number one. I could be guessing, but I'm just guessing one. And two, they're supposed to be delivering 5-star meals. I bet it's not about what like the fast food place. Guarantee you, like, you should. Typical United. So yes, to answer your question, Memphis Depay, get everybody out, including the manager. Everybody has to go. Big up to Eli for the super chat. You said instead of keeping up with decays, it's with Man U. Yeah, man, that's what we are. Who knows what season 5, episode 4 is gonna bring? I've seen people mention it and say, "Oh, if he loses to Chelsea, do you think that he'll get sacked?" No, but let's say we get beat by Chelsea, it's heavy and it's 4-0 and it's a bad decision. I think it just pours more fuel on the fire. It becomes more of a conversation than it already is, because we're always one terrible result away from Ten Hag out, trended on socials, for it being a topic of conversation with content creators, a topic of conversation with mainstream media, a topic of conversation across all social media, including just tweets and also spaces as well. So yeah, that's just typical. Yeah, Warrior J. I've been running that keeping up at Carrington tweet pretty much all season long. Now we just at season 5. Because there's always just something new. There's always just something new. Cam couldn't make it on Samuel, that's why he's not here. Yeah, go on.
How do they know that he lost 50% of the dressing room? Did they take a poll?
Exactly. Like, that's why I said, it's a great headline. It's a fantastic headline. I'd click on it. Like, well, what's this? But again, all the leaks and stuff like that. Do I believe he has fractured relationships with players? Yeah, probably, because of the fact of Varane not playing, the whole Casemiro thing, Sancho, and when you treat people wrong, forget whether you rate a player or not. Like, it's not about, let's just take it even outside of football. Whether you rate a colleague at what they do, you can work in a call center. Whether you think that person's a terrible salesman and they hit the bare minimum, you're expected to get 5 sales a week, and he gets 5 sales a week. Never gets 6. Never 7. He'll get 5 sales a week. Come Friday, he might have 3, and he picks up 2 on the Friday to hit the quota. you still can't be treating people wrong because people look at that and go, that's what, even if you dislike Sancho. So let's say there's a teammate, even though him and Rashford are cool, let's say him and Rashford didn't get on. Rashford could still look at that and go, right, that could be me.
Yeah.
Because again, I revert back to it and people try to argue me down and say, oh, he was right. He had no reason to say what he said publicly worldwide. You are affecting that man's stock and that man's reputation worldwide and his livelihood potentially, because fans ran with that. I legit had people in the comment section talking about, oh, he's a terrible trainer. How do you know? Training isn't watched. Training isn't filmed, sorry. We don't watch training. And that's why I'm not sat here saying he's a good trainer or a bad trainer. I simply said I don't know because I've never seen him train, because we don't watch. But people are adamant he's definitely a bad trainer. Why? Because Ten Hag says so. So, all right, let's say Ten Hag says your favorite player is a bad trainer and drops him. If he said that about Varane, different conversation, because we rate Varane. You know what I'm saying the general consensus within the fan base is Varane's a top quality centre back. Or if we said that about Casemiro, you can't pick and choose, and that's what happens when you just treat people badly. I looked at him funny after that. I said, no, that's out of order. And even if I didn't like Sancho and I'm in the locker room, I would have been like, nah. And if me and the manager have any type of rapport and where any type of like built any type of relationship, I would tell him that too. Now, you was wrong for that. Because I've said verbatim, if he would have said about me what he said to Sancho, I would have done the same thing. Done the exact same thing. You're not going anywhere again. Anywhere you critique, you can be critiqued. You're not going to say something publicly about me that I believe to be untrue, and I'm not going to respond because you're my manager. Nah. No. And that's the way Sancho felt about it. Let's see. No,
exactly.
And Warrior J says, Ten Hag on the journalist ban. They should have come to us first and not go behind our backs printing articles. That is not the right thing. We have a good relationship. They come to us beforehand. We have a debate about it. So basically what they're saying is United didn't run it past them and they don't like what they said.
Well, that's journalism for you. You know, it's one of those things where that's the controlled narrative from the club thing is just an absolute joke. Like if the club doesn't want to answer the hard questions, that's where I kind of draw the line. Like today, Arteta, for example, not trying to pivot off of Ten Hag, but Arteta for a day, he didn't want to answer questions about David Rhea. He ignored him.
He ignored him. Rightfully so. I'm cool with that. That makes sense.
Like, cool. Ignore him, but those people better not get their press passes taken. Like, if you don't want to answer the question, that's fine. But if you're banning press from actually putting the news out there, like in reporting journalism, whether you like it or not, it is your PR firm's job to counteract that. Otherwise, you just look. I think kicking people out of the press boxes or the press conferences is weak. I think it's really weak, especially with Ten Hag, because Ten Hag, Flawless, there's been a lot of controversy around Man United, but you know what? Ten Hag has handled it really, really well. You know, it's one of those things where I've never seen a PR bottle job as bad as Ten Hag is, man. And I don't know. I was told this. Who told me this? No, it was actually that fraud Jacob Walraven from United Spurs of America. He was telling me this yesterday, right? He said that Daniel Levy interviewed Ten Hag and said, "No, I don't rate this guy. He's weird. Like he's not charismatic enough for Tottenham Hotspur." How can you not be charismatic enough for Tottenham Hotspur to where Daniel Levy, Dr. Evil himself, says, "Oh yeah, I don't think this guy has a really good personality." What? Like, so that's what you got with Ten Hag, man. Like, I just don't think, dude. I just don't think he is I don't think he's a people person. I really don't. And you have to be a people person. You have to be able to manage. Have to be able to manage egos.
Yes,
as well.
Facts. You have to, and this is why I always say I would make a terrible manager, because I'm not a people. Even though this is what I do, people, and you see me talking to people every day, I can't manage people. Because I can't deal with people's egos like that, and I can't deal with your emotions. That's what it is. There's too much emotions, and I can't deal with that. But yes, Sheik, I agree. All this just shows me that the manager cannot handle the pressure. Facts. Because if this would have came out and we're playing well, it probably gets swept under the rug. And has it come from somewhere? Now it's all ifs and buts. Word to Musa, it's all isms and schisms. Do I believe that Sky Carver and Samuel Lockhurst have just dreamt this up out of nowhere? Personally, no. I believe that the leaks have come from somewhere within the club. However, that doesn't mean what the leaks is saying is 100% true. People need to stop taking things about gospel. Say it's someone out of favor that doesn't get along with Ten Hag. Of course, they're going to say bad things to people reporting on Manchester United for it to get out. I know if TJ is the manager and the team's going through a rocky patch and TJ is not picking me for whatever reason and we don't get on and the reporters, I'm talking to the reporter. You think I'm going to talk glowingly about TJ? No, of course I'm going to not necessarily embellish, but I'm going to let it be known that people are unhappy. Is it 50%? It could be. Could it be more than 50%? It could be 75%. It could be 30%. Because there is certain players who may be unhappy with the manager, but are like, I'm going to do my job regardless. Because some players are like that. Despite the fact if we get on or we don't get on, I have a job to do at Manchester United Football Club to perform to the best of my ability, and I'm going to do that. Not all players in the Fergie era got on. Like Keane at times, like we all know this, him and Fergie fell out at times. But what would Keane always say? That did not affect my performances on the football pitch, despite whether I liked a teammate or whether I liked the manager or coaches or whatever. We ain't here to be friends. We're here to win. If we're friends, maybe it helps us. Maybe it helps us. But yeah, you cannot handle pressure. I agree with you, Sheik. Large up everyone that is tapped in still. Well, I shouldn't say still, but big up to everyone that's locked in. Like I said, whether you're here originally, whether you came over from the raid, there's over 120 people in here. We're at 50 likes. Let's double that. Let's get up to 100 likes, people. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new. Continue to get your questions in. Please just keep them Manchester United or Arsenal related, please. Of course, if you super chat, we'll get straight to your comment or question as well. And don't forget, subscribe to TJ's channel. The link is in the title, TJ Warren TV. The link is not only in the title where you can click it, it's underneath in the description of this live stream and every other live stream. And it's also on the featured channel page. So make sure you go subscribe. Is road to what for you now, TJ, is it?
Dude, we're road to 700, but road to 1K. Let's go.
There we go.
Putting our head down until we hit around 1K, baby.
Road to 1,000. We're going to get him to 1,000 subscribers, 110%. So you lot go and support, man. Big up to Donna. Good to see Donna in the chat for this first time. She says, Wagwan, Mr. Flawless. Wagwan to you, Donna. Big up. Good to see you in the chat. Large up to Jacob. Good to see him in the chat. Hey, big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you like the video if you haven't as well. Jamie, you said this. Good to have you here. I'm new to this channel and a Sheffield United fan. We welcome all, man. Yep. We welcome all. We welcome people. We welcome fans of all football clubs. Don't matter who you support. You can support a foreign team. Maybe it's the Liga team, Serie A, Bundesliga, Eredivisie, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be. And Raz, I know TJ has answered this, but I know there's new people, so we can delve into it again. Big up for the super chat. Says honest opinions about tonight's win. Come on, you Gooners.
Yeah, man. No, I'll give you the abridged version. David Rhea put in an absolute shocker. Awful today. Responsible for, I would say, 2.75 of those goals that we conceded. I don't totally blame him for the third goal because I cannot believe Ross Barkley got that much of a look in. But no, I won't blame him for the first goal, but I'll blame him for the other two. Because it was the first header. It was impossible for him. But the second and third goal, man, he should have been on the floor for the Ross Barkley goal, and he should have came out for the second one. So I know I kind of went in a weird order there, but you know what I mean. David Rhea, absolute shocker. Backline, shocking. Kiwior, awful. Saliba, Gabriel, absolutely average. Like I said, the only person on the backline that can hold their head high was Ben White because of the cross. But attacking, we were very, very good in attacking. But again, we can't bring that sort of game against Aston Villa. We were lucky we were playing Luton Town tonight. We were lucky because if we brought that kind of game against any other club outside of the relegation zone, we probably would have lost 3-1 or worse. So going forward, we were going well. Our goals were class. Declan Rice, absolute hero. But man, we cannot have a repeat performance like that on Saturday, or we will get turned over by Mr. Good Evening. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And this is coming from a guy who has consistently backed David Rhea. He will start on Saturday. I guarantee that. But if he puts in another stinker like he just did, we're reigniting this whole goaltending controversy all over again. And it's gonna, the gray hairs in the seconds are gonna tick off my life. Having these conversations, God, it's gonna take months off my life at this rate. Big up, Raz.
Yeah, big up, Raz. It's gonna be a good season, number 1 and 2. This is gonna give us some great conversations and great content during the show, 100%. Especially with our 2 clubs. There's one thing our 2 clubs will do is create drama. It's never just plain sailing for either of these 2 clubs. Whether it's Arsenal performing well and being top of the league, or us being 7th and being performing poorly. And yes, Warrior J, I did see this. I mentioned this. One of them was Samuel Luckhurst, and I think he posted something about him getting banned from the press flawless. Did you see that? Yeah. And this just goes to show, like, in regards to if they'll do this to like mainstream pundits, like I say, Sky Cavern, for example, works for Sky Sports, which is a huge platform over here in the UK. For those that don't know, how do you think they think about content creators talking about the club? No, it's that people like just the It's like when Ian Wright commented on Saeed's video, I believe it was, and obviously Saeed responded in regards to Rashford's form, and it's like, I love Wright, you know what I'm saying? Love Ian Wright, but I don't get how he can criticize Saeed for criticizing Rashford when he's putting in those performances he's putting in. I don't get it. Like, that's why I don't. It's like when people back Ten Hag. Like, you can say I'm a fan of Ten Hag, I like Ten Hag, but he's currently not performing to a high level. Cool. But don't just back it blindly and turn how? I'm saying, because I was told from certain United fans in this very chat, we gonna get out of the group comfortably. Wait and see and I bet. I'm saying, like, the same way with I go back to the Mount sign and just blatantly obvious stuff. Again, big up Mo. Again, subscribe to Mo. Make sure you lot have Wilson's flawless. What wingers do you want Ten Hag to start versus us tomorrow? Fuck, Garnacho has to start left-hand side. Has to be Garnacho, without doubt. And then the other side, probably Palestri. I'm saying probably Palestri, even though he didn't have a good game against Galatasaray, but I'm not trying to see Anthony. Definitely not trying to see Rashford. There's no other options. I ain't trying to see Bruno wide right because he has to play midfield because we don't have any other options in central midfield. Because we're thin on the ground in regards to we're thin with quality. Everybody fit. We're thin with quality. Then when you start adding injuries, we're really, really thin with quality and also just bodies. So it has to me. I would play Palestri and Garnacho, but I'll play Rashford and Garnacho. And then up top will probably be Højlund, knowing him. Midfield will be Bruno, McTominay, and one other. So it might be Kidmano, it might be Amrabat. I'm not sure. And yeah, KLFC, you're not allowed to criticize players nowadays. Kind of like what we doing here. If you perform poorly, you get criticized. If you perform well, you get praised. Speaking of that, back to Arsenal, Champions League. Yep. Hugo says, TJ, would you start the academy players in the Champions League versus PSV? Bear in mind, you're through. Top of the group.
Top of the group. Doesn't really matter. Sure. Give them a run out. Give some of our bench players a run out too. This is the lowest stakes game we're gonna have all season. So give the champions, give some academy players a run out. I would love to see Winieri out there. I mean, it's one of those things. Actually, you know what? I don't know who from our academy is declared for the Champions League, though. That's the thing. Okay. But that he's going to probably give like Cedric a run out. He'll have Kyrior out there. If Vieira's healthy, he'll put Vieira out there. I mean, it's so low stakes for us. We'll be playing. Ramsdale will be playing. But yeah, I would love to play, some of the players that don't get time. I mean, if Emile Smith-Rowe is looking good, put him out there. But again, he's just not, it's one of those things where he's not healthy. So we'll see. No, just whoever doesn't get time, give them time for this game and we move on and give players a chance to rest and not play in the midweek. Big up
this joke man in the chat who says, give me till February. Facts, man. You should know these things like, this, you know what, people? This is a teachable moment because Sam twerking for Arsenal per usual, always showing ankles for Arsenal. Number one, number two, the teachable moment. You would think someone who had to shave their head bald on their own YouTube channel because they made an outlandish statement would be aware next time of making an outlandish statement. As I did address this, so big up to Sam. Firstly, it was like just to clarify, people. This goes to show me and Hassam have no beef. because we get asked this question every week. Oh, do you man not get on? We're cool. We're actually brethren. We talk outside of this. We have no issue whatsoever. We just go back and forth in regards to footballing opinions. Yeah, and Troops was here earlier. Hassan,
The whole crew's been passing through, bro. The whole crew.
Yeah. Serious. I'm just waiting. Yeah. You had the whole Back Again podcast on. Yeah, we really moving up in the world. The Back Again pod was here. So you don't say. I got TJ here, excellent content creator, and then boom, we got the Back Again gang in the chat as well. The whole gang in the chat. But yeah, give it until February. Let's see if the form continues. Because like I said, you was surefire that Bellingham was going to be a Liverpool player, and now you're in a white shirt in Madrid. Like, again, it tells you all you need to know. But he performed well today. He played well today. He did. I gotta give him his credit. I've been super. He has surprised me the levels he's been at. He has. Yeah, the Spurs fan flawless and the Arsenal fan Hassam. Yeah. See, look, people, just to clarify again, facts, no beef, just footballing opinions. Facts, we have no beef, no issues whatsoever. But big up to Hassam. Go subscribe to his channel as well.
Big up.
Sarcasm City meets the Back Again pod. Yeah, man. Shout out to Troops every single time. You lot continue to get your questions in. He says, big up my peoples, big up TJ. Hold that flawless Rice. Hey, Rice doing the business. He's doing the business. He is. It's crazy. Woo! Yeah. Drop the quote. Yeah, you don't have to ask questions like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You over here. So whatever he said, Fabrizio dropped a pep quote. Can I drop it in the United Arsenal show? He bodied Jamie Carragher. What did he say about Jamie Carragher?
Yeah, what did he say about Jamie Carragher?
It is. They were here earlier. Hassam. Yes. Troops and Lewis was in the chat earlier. Troops was on your vibe, and Lewis was dunking on Arsenal, talking about champions elect. It took them last minute to beat Luton.
Clean sheets at Luton aren't for everybody, and what a joke. No, but Hussam, at the same time though, I had your boy Mike Das freaking dropping into my WhatsApp the entire game saying that we were going to lose to Luton, and when I turned around saying not 3 points against Luton and for everybody, he was absolutely beside himself. So some of you Liverpool guys can hold that. Get out of here. Beating Luton isn't for everybody.
Hey, that's true. That is true. Beating Luton ain't for everybody. That's facts. And I see what you're saying, Christopher. We are more likes than that. I need to refresh, but we're only at 58 likes and there's over 120 people in here. What are we doing? 100 likes, people. Like check 1 2 1 2. Let's go. And yeah, let's see what he said. I'm all for this, man. The original quote flawless. So this is Carragher. I think I'd have probably won one if Liverpool were owned by a nation state and pushed the rules so far that the Premier League charged us 115 times. Wowzers. Then Pep said on pundits, they know how difficult it is to win the Premier League 4 times in a row. Neville, Michael Richards, never ever. And then Jamie Carragher didn't win one once. He's not lying. He's not lying. Like, people want to criticize City for the way they did it. It's kind of like, we'd all love that. Why are we talking? I can't say we all. Most of us would love that. That's why I would have taken Sheikh Jassim, and even though people like us, Qatar, like, whether it was just him, whether it was the nation of Qatar or another nation, do you want what's best for Manchester United Football Club? That's all I care about. With the 115 charges, they ain't going to get what? I don't think the verdict is to what? 25, 26, they're saying, or 24, 25, or something crazy. Nothing ain't going to happen to them. How you got 115 charges and just walking free? That doesn't happen in any other walk of life. If you have 115 charges at work of, say, inappropriate jokes, they ain't just letting you loose in the office. Then they just letting you back in the office. If they're like, there's been 115 complaints of you making inappropriate jokes and inappropriate humor in the workplace. They just walking at 115. Come on now. Well, Liverpool struggled tonight. Who they playing?
Sheffield. They're not going to struggle.
Oh, they'll be fine.
What?
Yeah, it's easy. It is. Yeah, this is not going to be a big surprise, but if Flawless sees McTominay in that midfield when he gets to the stadium, he's going to let out a big sigh. Now we'll even be shocked. Just to clarify, people, there won't be a United Chelsea watch along because I'm going to the game, but I will be doing a fan calling show earlier on in the day. So 3 p.m. UK time, I'm going to run a fan calling show open for anybody to call in. And Warrior J, you know me better than this. The game's just, I'm going to link up with everybody. The game, there just happens to be a football match on. Go and see the United content creators I ain't seen in a minute. Saeed, Rhino, I know a few others will be there. The Chelsea Dons are down. Lewis, Timo, I think Victor's going as well. I'm just going to link up with the brethren. That's what it is. There's a game going on. I know that game going to be torture. And it's going to be live, so I know it's going to be worse. It's bad enough watching it on TV, but I know in person where you can see everything that's going on. Yeah, Spooby, I'll do my best to enjoy it. I appreciate it. But yes, I am. I need to put the ticket on my phone tonight. I'm going to do that. Flawless, do me a favor. Tell Bruno he's a prick. You know what? That's probably one of the nicest things we'll get called. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Like, I know what our fan base is like. Trust me. Just football fans in general.
Yep.
Continue to run up the likes, you lot. Continue to get your questions in. Please keep them Manchester United or Arsenal related. But you mentioned it, TJ. Villa. Is Villa away, right? Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, Villa away. Yeah. Not looking forward to it.
Away. Talk, the floor's yours.
Yeah. So I mean, there's not really much to say about it, really. I mean, last time we played Villa away, we got away with murder, daylight robbery. If Emmy Martinez putting in a rare stinker to give us an own goal win. Georgie, honestly, one of the only things that I'm going to remember about Jorginho fondly, if we're going to be honest. But yeah, I'm like I said, if we play like that against Villa, we are going to get turned over and double stuffed. It's not going to be fun. So I'll pause myself on that one. My bad. But yeah, man, like, so it's one of those things where if we, it's looking a little peak on our back line right now. I can see Zinchenko getting back and getting the start. Ben White looked like he got out of that game without a scratch, but who do we have behind him? Not much. So we're gonna need Zinchenko to actually put in a shift defensively. We cannot leave that 3 at the back against Villa. We can't do it. These guys are capable. All the AYOs in the chat. These guys are capable of hurting us. So especially after today, we need to look at ourselves and say, look, are we that team that's going to challenge City? Or are we going to fall off? And then this just in, and I literally just looked at Twitter right now. Arteta is suspended for that game. Got a yellow card for excessive celebration, and now we got AirPod Albert calling the shots against Aston Villa while Arteta watches from the stand.
AirPod Albert is funny. That is funny.
So it's one of those things where, man, I wish I could say I was looking forward to it, but it's one of those things where maybe this was a wake up call. Because David Rhea is going into that game being like, I have to perform, otherwise my job's in trouble again. Gabriel and Saliba know they haven't been playing well, and hopefully we get the consistent performance that we've been getting out of Gabriel Jesus, Odegaard, and Havertz the next couple of matches. I don't think Havertz is going to start this game, just because of the rotation I've been seeing Arteta do between him and Trossard. I think that Trossard, I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is a sentence I did not think that I would say. Trossard has not been as consistent over the past couple of matches than Havertz has. So I would not be surprised to see Havertz start. I would not be surprised to see Trossard start. What I would like to see is Trossard start, and if we're not getting a tune out of him, put in Havertz and see what we can do. But this is one of those I circled on the calendar. Just be like, you know what, I would be happy with the result. And let's move on after this, because we have PSV after that, and I think then we have, the schedule really isn't that well. Actually, no, it does get a little peak because we have Brighton coming to Arsenal, and then we got Liverpool the next week.
So it's
not looking. So could you imagine if we had lost today? Oh. Looking a little peak because we could definitely drop points against Brighton. We could definitely drop points against Villa, and I think we will drop points against Liverpool because we're terrible at Anfield. So
home to West Ham won't be easy. And Fulham away, you should deal with them.
Home to West Ham.
That won't be easy.
No, it won't be easy. And we already got turned over by them in the cup. So it's one of those things where we've been looking at December being like, okay, if we can get through December relatively unscathed. Then we can say, okay, we're making a title charge. But until then, I'm not saying anything about that. But yeah, asking if I'm confident about this Villa game. Would you be confident after what you saw today?
You're saying Villa's home form is incredible. Good. They have a very, very good. I think, what is it, 13, 14 games they've won on the trot at Villa Park. Very, very tough.
Yeah, and if you think Unai Emery is scared of us,
you got a point to prove. Big up Justice, Hardy, with his super chat. Big up for the super chat, says Flawless. Use this for a chicken sandwich. Well, joke's on you, because I won't get this money till next month because you get paid the month after. So the November revenue goes into the December pot, and
December.
the
Yeah.
December month that then goes all in. You get that then paid in January. So that's how it works. But
Uncle
you know what I
Jester.
will do? I will justice. I will use it on a chicken sandwich, probably from McDonald's or something. I'm not
Yeah.
eating. People saying, "Yeah, flawless. Be careful what you eat tomorrow there as well, especially the chicken shit chic." I ain't eating from Old Trafford. Are you crazy? I'm saying, them man can't even fix the roof. You think I trust him with the food? I will never lie. I'm good. I'm good on that.
Get your
I'm good
tetanus
on
shots
that.
after you're in there. And Uncle Jester, are Chelsea still finishing top 4? Let me know.
It's a good question. That is a good question. Is
This
Evie
guy,
still thinks that it is? And yeah, Christopher, my child, or the Brummies, a Villa.
Billy.
A Villa. Warrior Jason Flawless, what's your starting 11 against Chelsea? And TJ, what's your starting 11 against Villa? Child Villa. Mine, so my ideal lineup, I'm dropping Onana. Okay, I'm going Bayern there and goal. I'm going Bayern there and goal. Right back, because it's either Sterling or Mudryk over that side or a Palmer or something. I go with Wan-Bissaka. Left back, I go Regulon. Two centre backs, I'd go Varane and Luke Shaw. I do actually like Luke Shaw as a left-sided centre back. Midfield, I go Maino, Amrabat, Bruno, because that's all we got. Ericsson's injured, Mount's injured, McTominay's crap. So yeah, that's legit all it is. And then the front three pretty much picks itself. I ain't trying to see Anthony or Rashford play on the right hand side. I ain't trying to see Rashford play on the left wing either. So Garnacho on the left, has to be Palestri on the right for me, and then up top, probably go Highland. I'll probably go Highland, and then maybe bring on Martial. I'll go Highland, and then see, because at least he can try and use his pace and power against the Thiago Silva if a Thiago Silva's playing. But I don't. Again, it's tough to gauge because I don't know how these two teams are too inconsistent to gauge how the game's gonna go for me. Yes, I predicted a Manchester United win, but that's because I'm a United fan. But yeah, same to you, TJ. 11, you're 11 against Villa.
David Rhea, Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, White, midfield of Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and Kai Havertz. I cannot believe I'm saying that. Martinelli, hopefully he's okay. He looked like he got a little shaken up today.
Yeah, he was holding his back, wasn't he?
Scored the goal, but hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's not anything that's going to affect him in the long term. Otherwise, we're going to be looking very thin. But yeah, Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right, Jesus up the middle. Jesus played very well today. He was my man of the match too, by the way. Dragging players all over the pitch, linking up play. He's very, very good. He was very good today. So yeah, Gabriel Jesus in the 9. Let's see what he can do. But yeah, and then Christopher Ward, he put in something. Big up, Chris. He says I think Trossard works better as an impact sub coming off. And what tire? Sorry, I can't see this. Trossard works better as an impact sub coming on when players are tired. Every time he starts, I've been kind of underwhelmed. Thoughts? He's had a couple of games where he started where he was good. He's had a couple of games where he started where he was god awful. But he's been really inconsistent whether he comes off the bench or he's been starting. I've been saying this time and time again. Today he wasn't good. He was not good today. But he's been one of the most you can flip a coin to see what Trossard is going to show up. Because I don't think he necessarily played very well on the weekend. But the 2 games before that, he was playing lights out. Goal against the goal against Burnley. We wouldn't have won that Burnley game without Trossard. So it's one of those things where he's Jekyll and Hyde right now. So I would roll with, now that I think about it, I would roll with who has been consistent the last 3 games, and I cannot believe I'm saying it's the German giraffe Kai Havertz. So yeah, I'd go with him. Donna Collins says, Thea, why do you have to play Kai Havertz? I have to play him because he's been the most consistent. It's as simple as that. He's been more consistent than Trossard around the last 3 games. Do I rate Kai Havertz? No, absolutely not. I want to see that. Like I was saying earlier in the pod, I want to see more consistency. I was told to give Kai Havertz 15 games to come good. He finally has started to come good. Now give me 15 games of consistency, and then I'll say I rate you. Maybe it's a positional thing with Trossard. Maybe. But whether he was playing on the wing, I mean, he got subbed on against who did he got? He got subbed on against Wolves went and covered Martinelli when Martinelli got pulled off. I don't think he necessarily played well on the left when Martinelli went off. So I don't necessarily think it is a position thing, to be honest. But that's just me. Shout out to everybody inside. Make sure that you smash the likes up, people. Make sure you smash the like. Uncle Jester, TJ sounds like Chelsea fans a couple of years back. Well, we'll see. I'm not saying that Kai Havertz is good. I'm not saying that. He hasn't won me a Champions League. So I'm not rating him quite yet. I'm not going to do it. He's been average. Like, I was warned by Chelsea fans. When was I warned? I was warned. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Lewis in the chat or something like that. But they were saying that Kai Havertz plays well enough to stay in the team. Well enough. That isn't going to be good enough moving forward for us. It just isn't. So, yeah, I'm not on the Kai Havertz bandwagon yet. All the people that are calling him Kai Bergkamp, I can't wait for him to put in another stinker and return to form. His normal form. That being said, TJ wants Kai. See, DJ Crane, you're an absolute joker. You are an absolute joker. What else are you guys saying? Here? Let's see. Respect AirPod Albert. I'll respect him if he gets a Villa victory. Get in your final thoughts, guys, real quick. We're going to be wrapping up soon, I think. Yeah, TJ, you don't have to rate him off a goal against Lens and Luton. That's just the typical no-knowledge football fan way of thinking. I think that, I mean, he came through in the clutch against Brentford. I mean, it was obviously a tap-in, great cross from Saka, but he played well. He played well that game. So, like I said, show me more consistency and then I'll rate him. TJ, why was Kiwior not shown a red? And be honest, he should have been shown a red. If we're being consistent with the Ramiro red, he should have been shown a red. But the ref was new. They were even saying on the broadcast, and I don't know, Flawless, I don't know if you're there, so if I'm talking too much, go ahead and interrupt me. But yeah, they were saying on the broadcast that this referee was like newly promoted from the championship. I didn't recognize him. So it wouldn't surprise me that A, he didn't catch it, and B, he wouldn't have thought to go back and look at it. Because if you are trying to be consistent, that should have been a red on Kiwior. It absolutely should have been a red. So yeah, I'm not a total fraud, Jacob. So hold that. Kai Bergkamp is mad that guys are the reason I support Arsenal. How dare they say it? You guys are absolute jokers. Yeah, get your final questions in here, guys. What do we got starred in here? Do we have any more starred in here? Yeah, I heard those guys are going to Old Trafford. That's going to be absolutely nuts. VAR looked at it. I didn't see that. I didn't see it. Oh my days. Yeah, we got 112 watching right now. We only got 63 likes. Get us up to 75 likes right now. Get us up to 75 likes.
Yes,
right
my
now.
bad about that, TJ. Bless for holding it down. Appreciate it.
No worries. No worries, bro. No worries.
No, you carry on, man. You in your element. Carry on, man.
No, I was just saying I'm getting called a fraud because VAR. I don't know if you watched the game. Did you see the Kiwior's spike? He spiked. I don't remember who it was. He followed through. He followed through and spiked somebody like Ramiro did when he got a red card. So Jacob is crying in the chat about how.
Oh, was that the challenge on Townsend? Yeah. Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, the challenge on Townsend.
The challenge on Townsend. I actually thought initially it was a penalty, and then I realized it wasn't.
Yeah.
I realized.
I think he got away. I think he got away with one. Honestly, I'm not. I try to be as consistent as possible when I see these decisions go. But yeah, he definitely should have been. He definitely should have been carded. Definitely should have been carded. I thought he got away with one.
No, that's
honestly.
Fair. No, that is 100% fair. He should have been carded. Now the thing is, Jacob, with the simulation from Jesus, players do that all the time. Where they get like tapped on the forehead and then they'll go down like they've been shot, and it's like, yo, come on, like pattern up, man. Like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, come on, let's deal with this as well. Yep. And you know what? This is our context sheet. This is a wild statement. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Well, just to clarify, for whatever reason, on EAFC 24, Mr. Jacob United Spurs of America, he called his team Stay Moist FC. So that's what Sheik is referring to. And that in itself is an Ayo. Sheik says also, Flawless, you're doing an NBA watch along today. I wasn't going to do it, but yeah, I'm going to do it. So yes, you will get it 3 a.m. UK time, LA Lakers versus the Phoenix Suns. Let me know in the chat, for anyone in the chat and UK based, is it on Discovery Plus? Let me know. Man said, nah, allow me because I mentioned FC. Even with the FC, it's because it's Jacob, man. That's why. Jacob could have called the team anything else. And you know what? The acronym for the team is WET, people. Like, you know, anyone who plays EFC 20, EAFC 24. This guy, man. Is it on TNT? Yeah, Time to Shine. It's on TNT. So is that Discovery Plus over here in the UK? I'm hoping it is, because then I can just link up. I've got this Discovery Plus app. So yeah. You lot, final few questions before we close out. And speaking of EAFC 24, make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Gaming YouTube channel, people. You subscribe to the Gaming YouTube channel. We was live on there. And if you're a striker, I beg, you know what I'm saying, come join the team if you're a striker. I've seen us miss so many chances over this past 2 days. And also on top of that, if you can play right-sided centre-back in a back three, also let me know. For years, we was looking for a central centre-back. Now we're on the lookout for a right-sided centre-back of a back three. So let me know those two things.
Are we still looking for a keeper?
Yes, how did I forget?
Yeah, keeper.
I'm still looking for, and the goalkeeper. So they're the two positions on the field, on the pitch, that we're looking for most, is a goalkeeper, number one, and number two, a right-sided centre-back. So if you are either of those two things, let me know. And you will get straight into the side and you get your trial, people. Score prediction for Villa versus Arsenal and Manchester United, Chelsea. All right, we'll go to you first, TJ, for we'll start with the Manchester United Chelsea game. Prediction.
Manchester United, Chelsea, that's gonna be a gong show. I think it's two of the worst goalkeepers I've seen this season in all competitions. I think it's gonna be 2-2, and it is gonna be the goals aren't gonna be pretty either. I honestly can't wait to watch this match. I can't wait to watch it because it is just going to be such a mid-off gong show, unorganized. Oh man, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm going 2-2. I'm going Desmond on that.
Yeah, Desmond's and Villa Arsenal.
And then Villa Arsenal, because I don't want to dog my team. 2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal. I'm gonna go the positive route. I'm gonna go to the positive route because we haven't lost since Newcastle. I think we can sneak it. If we play our game, if we play the way we know that Arsenal can play, we can win at Villa Park, but not by more than one. Where it's gonna be 2-1 Arsenal.
Yes, for me, United Chelsea. I've said 2-1 Manchester United, but that game can go either way. Like narrow draw, high scoring draw, low scoring draw, low scoring win for either side, high scoring win for either side. But I'll say 2-1 Manchester United. We need this win, man. I don't need to be coming out of the stadium seeing them Chelsea fans on Chelsea fan TV. If I manage to do a fan cam again, no, I was on Chelsea fan TV last year after we beat them 4-1. But the Mount news had broken recently, so yeah. And in regards to Villa Arsenal, that's a tough one to gauge because Villa are so good Villa's home form is very, very good, and Arsenal are top of the league for a reason. But that game against Luton, that's not good. But I expect Arsenal to be much better than that. But I'll go.
No.
I'll go 1-1. I'd say I think 1-1. But I think both.
I would take a draw. I'd take a draw.
Yeah, that's what I would. That's what I'm saying. I think Arsenal fans would take a draw. General consensus. I also think that Villa, they'd be like, yeah, that's a good side.
Yep.
To Grain, who says Ramsdale, Eddie, Kirill, your prayers answered flawless, all on the transfer list. Hey, you know what? If they can play clubs, shout them. Hey, DJ Crane, if you got the links, let me know. Ramsdale ain't doing my. Hey, Ramsdale, if you want to join Sarcasm City FC, there's a space.
And they're watching.
Yeah,
so it's 100%.
All good. Same to you. You lot don't even have to make out as you. You lot can be just chilled out. Same for Nketiah, same for Kirill, same for any professional footballer who might be watching this. If you are, one thing, Pro Clubs is there. Just make sure you got the PS. You're rich enough, so you should have the PS4 version, 110%, and you should have a headset. You know what I'm saying, without doubt. And secondly, don't take any of the criticism you receive from me, TJ, or anyone on this channel else personally. You're just critiquing your game. And if you perform well, we'll praise you. If you perform poorly, you get criticized. That's all it is. We want the best for our respective clubs.
Exactly.
That's it. Right. I think that's it. Anyway, I think we closed out and everything. Yeah, don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment, people, as well. Don't forget that. Sarcasm City TV Gaming, subscribe to that. And also make sure you follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, where we will be live in just over an hour for the LA Lakers Phoenix Suns NBA in-season tournament. Watch it long, people. NBA season. Lies, they always shit on my match performances. No, when you play well, we give you praise. And then when you play poorly, we don't even critique you like that. It's more surfer because you then start beating yourself up about it.
Really
It's more surfer. But
Yeah.
when you perform well, you've been a difference maker, Jacob. I think if I didn't think you was a good striker, I wouldn't play. You're top quality. But when you miss chances, it's like you're gonna say
no. But when he doesn't miss chances very often, so when he does, though, I absolutely rake him over the post.
Yeah, you do. Which is right. Same way if you misplaced passes through to him, or if I was getting skimmed and missing a load of tackles, there'd be criticism. Like, word to Roy Keane, do your job.
Yep,
that's what it is. Do your job. But TJ, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff. Again, people, the link is in the title. TJ Warren TV, road to 1,000 subscribers. If you're an Arsenal fan, you should be over there and subscribing. If you support me and Sarcasm City TV, because TJ is a part of the family in the city, make sure you subscribe over there. And just if you're a football fan and you like great content, go subscribe to his channel because you see himself and many other great content creators over there as well. But yeah, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely facts. So go over and watch my match reaction earlier today. I was a little bit shameless, but that video is up. Go check it out and smash a like, smash a sub. It's always appreciated. I'll be going live next on Thursday for the Let's Be Real show. I think we're going live at 7 p.m. Me and Connor's show. We might have a special guest on there as well. And then our flagship American Idiot show, 7 p.m. UK time. This week, we are welcoming back Lee Gunner. Yes, that Lee Gunner is coming on American Idiots this week. So go over there, smash a sub, set the notification bell. And again, Flawless, thank you so much for having me on, bro. I look forward to the show every week, bro. So thanks. Big up the chat.
Yeah, man, of course, man. It's always great having you on the show. I look forward to the show, even though my team's terrible. And I have to listen to you wax lyrical about being top of the league and all that stuff. But yeah,
I've not said that. I've not said that once today.
No. You haven't, but I'm just saying in general. Not so much today. Well, you like just being top of the league. Like I've heard you like speaking glowing terms like about your team, and I'm like, that must be nice. Must be nice to say, oh, such and such is in great form. Like my 100 million pound player is looking like a 100 million pound player, future captain. Like Saliba's there. You know what I'm saying? You got Gabriel, etc., etc. Jesus, Saka, like Martinelli. Like it must be fantastic. It really must be. And to Eagle MMA, who says, is anyone live after this? I will be live in just over an hour. 3 a.m. UK time is currently 1:50 a.m. So 1 hour and 10 minutes from now, I will be live on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. So don't come to the YouTube. I'll be live on Twitch. Download the app for free. That's TWITCH. Download the app for free. Sign up for free. And in the same way you watch and comment on YouTube, it's the exact same on the Twitch. And the crazy part about the Twitch is it gets even... Sheik was on the last NBA watch along. The chat gets even more wild over there. Chat be getting wild on the Twitch. I was like, hey, you lot are crazy. You know what I'm saying? On that crazy. Let me see if anyone is live though in between now and then. If not, I will just send you lot to the fan calling show, which I will be doing tomorrow, people. Fan calling show 3 p.m. UK time, but I don't believe anyone's live. Let me know in the chat if anyone's live, but I'm not seeing anyone live here. And yeah, last thing, people, don't forget, obviously, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. This show and all the other shows on the channel are available on audio-only platforms, people. So Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcast, type in Sarcasm City TV, and this show and all the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, will pop up. So like I always say, if you want to listen while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're driving, while you're at work, maybe you're traveling, maybe you're at the gym, maybe you just don't want the YouTube app soaking up all your data, or maybe you're at work and you can't have your YouTube app on, or you might just prefer to listen to podcast audio only. So Spotify, anyone who's following us on Spotify, I know we're because the year is coming to a close, there's the Spotify wrapped up. So anyone who's Spotify wrapped up and wearing your top 5 or top 1, send at me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to King Kelvin. I gotta name him as well. Big up to King Kelvin, because he sent me a message and was like, it was like where he's the top 2% listeners of Sarcasm City TV on Spotify. So send me your Spotify wrapped up if it pops up, and I mean at me, and then I'll repost it because it's much appreciated. But yeah, Spotify, if you do have it, Follow us on 5-star with Sarcasm City TV, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, the same. Please make sure, you know what I'm saying, you 5-stars, leave us a review, and SoundCloud as well. Links for everything I've just mentioned is all underneath in the description as well. And yeah, Cheek, you remember. Chat be on some after hours thing during the watch-alongs. NBA watch-alongs, I don't know what it is. The chat just be wilding. And to Nick, who says, how come there's 110 in here and only 71 likes? Yeah, let's get us up to 100 likes, man. Let's run up. But I think we got to all the questions. Anything you want to add, TJ, before we close out?
No, I got the 3 points, and now I get to hear about it and hear about how we didn't get a clean sheet at Kenilworth Road for the next 3 weeks. So can't wait. Love this community. Shout out to the chat. We'll see you next time.
It is. And love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Man United podcast meets the Gunner Talk from the Arsenal podcast, Manchester United show, Manchester United / Arsenal show. People, please love to everyone, and please continue to support in a manner in which you have, because it is road to 9,000 subscribers before the year is out. But big up, and see you lot tomorrow. See you lot for the watch along. You know what I'm saying? In just over an hour on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Big up.